The energy around the New York Yankees continues to build as spring baseball delivers another wave of excitement for fans who are already counting the days until the regular season begins. A recent matchup against the Philadelphia Phillies in Clearwater, Florida, gave supporters plenty to talk about, especially when it comes to the rising stars in the organization. The Yankees walked away with a 4-2 victory, but the final score only tells part of the story. What truly stood out in this game was the explosive performance from some of the club's young outfielders, players who were steadily proving that the future in the Bronx might be even brighter than expected. Right from the opening inning, one of the most talked-about prospects in the organization wasted no time making his presence felt. Jason Dominguez stepped into the batter's box and delivered a moment that immediately caught everyone's attention. Facing Tanner Banks, Dominguez launched a solo home run that left no doubt the moment it left his bat. What made the swing even more intriguing was the fact that it came from the right side of the plate. For those who have followed his development closely, that detail carries significant meaning. Historically, Dominguez has shown far more power when hitting left-handed, while his numbers from the right side have been much more modest throughout his professional career. Seeing him connect with that kind of authority from the right side is the type of development that can change the entire outlook of a young switch hitter. It suggests adjustments are being made, confidence is growing, and the work behind the scenes is starting to translate during games. Dominguez did not stop there either. Over the course of the afternoon, he continued to show why so many people believe he is destined to become a key piece of the Yankees lineup in the near future. He finished the game with 2 hits in 3 at-bats, and even added a stolen base, demonstrating the combination of power and speed that has made him such an exciting talent to watch. Despite the impressive performance, there is still a clear plan in place for his development. The coaching staff has emphasized the importance of giving him consistent opportunities to improve his defensive game, particularly in the outfield. Because of that focus, there is a strong possibility he could spend additional time developing in the minor leagues before becoming a permanent fixture in the major league roster. That decision is not about his ability with the bat, which already appears capable of competing at the highest level. Instead, it reflects the organization's commitment to making sure every part of his game is fully polished before he takes on the daily demands of playing in the Bronx. And as exciting as Dominguez's performance was, the fireworks did not end there. In the very next inning, another highly regarded prospect stepped into the spotlight and reminded everyone just how much talent is coming through the Yankee system. Spencer Jones, who had recently been assigned to Triple-A, wasted absolutely no time showing that the move had done nothing to slow down his momentum. Jones stepped up to the plate and delivered a towering blast that traveled an estimated 416 feet over the left center field wall. The swing immediately energized the Yankees' dugout and extended the lead to 2 runs. It was his 4th home run of the spring, and every one of them has reinforced the growing belief that his power could eventually make a major impact at the highest level of the sport. The assignment to Triple-A might sound like a setback on the surface, but in reality, it is often a normal part of the development process for young players who are close to reaching the major leagues. For Jones, the focus remains on refining his approach, gaining more experience, and continuing to prove that his power can translate consistently against advanced pitching. Considering that he blasted 35 home runs across Double-A and Triple-A during the 2025 season, there is already a strong foundation of production behind the hype. For Yankees fans, the idea of both Dominguez and Jones eventually patrolling the outfield at Yankee Stadium is enough to spark plenty of excitement. Their combination of size, athleticism, and raw power represents the kind of upside that can transform an offense for years to come. Even while they continue their development in the minor leagues, performances like this remind everyone that the pipeline of talent in the organization remains very much alive. While the young hitters were stealing headlines with their bats, the pitching side also delivered some encouraging moments. Luis Gil took the mound and showed flashes of the electric arm that has made him such an intriguing part of the Yankees' pitching plans. Early in the game, he had to work around a bit of trouble after a drop pop-up created an unexpected situation in the opening inning. Instead of letting the moment spiral out of control, Gil regrouped and delivered one of the most impressive pitches of the afternoon, striking out a dangerous hitter with a blazing fastball that reached 97 miles per hour. Moments like that highlight exactly why the Yankees remain so intrigued by his potential. The raw velocity is there, and when he commands it effectively, it can overpower hitters in a hurry. Over the course of his outing, he pitched 3 1/3 innings, allowing 2 runs with only one of them officially earned. He gave up 4 hits while recording 4 strikeouts and, perhaps most importantly, did not issue a single walk. That kind of control, combined with his natural velocity, is a promising sign as he continues to build toward the season ahead. One of the runs he allowed came in the second inning, though it was unearned due to the earlier defensive miscue. Later in the third inning, he surrendered a solo home run, but outside of that moment, he generally kept hitters from generating sustained offense. For a spring outing focused on building rhythm and sharpening mechanics, the performance offered plenty of positives. After Gill exited the game, the Yankees' bullpen stepped in and completely shut the door. A combination of relievers handled the remaining innings and prevented the Phillies from mounting any kind of comeback. Each pitcher did his job efficiently, working through the lineup and keeping the scoreboard quiet while the Yankees' offense maintained control of the game. By the time the final outs were recorded, the 4-2 victory felt like more than just another spring training result. It was another glimpse into the depth of talent currently moving through the Yankees organization. From the explosive swings of Dominguez and Jones to the power arm of Gill on the mound, there were multiple reminders that the team's future continues to take shape right in front of the fans who are watching closely every step of the way. Being a fan of the New York Yankees is not something that can be easily explained to someone who has never experienced it. It goes far beyond simply watching baseball games or checking scores at the end of the night. For many supporters, this connection started incredibly early in life, sometimes before they even fully understood the rules of the sport. Maybe it began because a parent wore the famous pinstripes with pride, or because a childhood memory involved sitting in front of the television during a big game at Yankee Stadium. However it started, that first spark slowly grew into something much deeper, something that eventually became part of everyday life. Over the years, that emotional connection only intensifies. Fans celebrate the victories as if they were personal accomplishments, while the losses can linger for hours or even days. There are moments when the highs feel unforgettable, when a clutch home run or a dominant pitching performance brings pure excitement to an entire city. At the same time, there are also moments that feel almost unbearable, when a painful defeat or a missed opportunity leaves supporters staring at the screen in disbelief. That emotional roller coaster is something that only true baseball fans understand, and for Yankee supporters it often feels amplified because of the enormous expectations that surround the franchise. Following the Yankees means living with history constantly hovering in the background. Every season is measured against decades of legendary players, championship banners, and unforgettable moments that help build the identity of the organization. Fans know exactly what the standard is, and that standard creates both pride and pressure. When a team succeeds, the celebrations stretch far beyond the stadium walls. Streets across New York light up with energy. Conversations spark everywhere, and the entire community seems to share the same sense of joy. But when things do not go as planned, the disappointment can feel just as powerful. Supporters invest so much emotion into every inning that even a single loss can feel personal. Some people might look from the outside and wonder why sports generate such strong reactions. They might say that it is just a game, something meant purely for entertainment. Yet anyone who has grown up living and breathing baseball knows that it feels much bigger than that. The memories created through these games become part of family traditions, friendships, and personal milestones that stretch across entire lifetimes. Think about the experience of walking into Yankee Stadium on a summer evening. The moment you approach the ballpark, there's an unmistakable atmosphere building around you. Fans wearing the same iconic logo gather together, many of them complete strangers, yet somehow united by a shared loyalty to the same team. Conversations start naturally between people who may have never met before. Everyone has an opinion about the lineup, the pitching rotation, or the latest breakout player. In that moment, differences in background or daily life fade away because everyone inside those walls is focused on the same thing. That sense of unity is one of the most powerful aspects of being part of the Yankees fan base. For a few hours, thousands of people are connected by the same emotions, reacting to every pitch and every swing together. A big hit can send the entire stadium into a roar that echoes through the Bronx, while a crucial strikeout can ignite celebrations that ripple through every section of the stands. Those moments remind fans why they fell in love with the game in the first place. Of course, that passion also means supporters never hold back their reactions. When a hitter swings through a pitch in the dirt during a critical situation, televisions across the city might hear a few frustrated shouts. When a pitcher escapes a tough inning with a clutch strikeout, living rooms can erupt like miniature stadiums. It is all part of the emotional rhythm that defines sports fandom. The intensity may seem dramatic to outsiders, but to those who live it every season, it simply feels natural. What makes this connection even more meaningful is the way it gets passed down from generation to generation. Many Yankees fans can trace their loyalty back through family stories, remembering the first time they attended a game with a parent or grandparent. Those memories become treasured moments that remain long after the final score is forgotten. Eventually, the same fans hope to share that experience with their own children, continuing the tradition that first introduced them to the magic of baseball. While the emotional side of fandom continues to thrive, attention is also shifting toward the upcoming season and the players who will carry the team forward. One of the biggest questions entering the year centered around who would take the mound on opening day, a responsibility that always carries special significance. Now that answer has been confirmed, and it comes as little surprise to anyone who has followed the team closely. Max Fried will be the pitcher entrusted with starting the season for the Yankees when they face the San Francisco Giants at Oracle Park on March 25th. The decision reflects the confidence the organization has in the left-hander after an impressive campaign that firmly established him as a cornerstone of the rotation. During the previous season, he led the major leagues in victories, finishing with an outstanding total of 19 wins. His performance also placed him among the top pitchers in the American League when award voting concluded, reinforcing the impact he made during his first year wearing the famous pinstripes. Fried arrived in New York after signing a massive contract during the offseason prior to the 2025 campaign, and expectations were immediately high. Stepping into a market like New York is never easy for any player, especially a pitcher expected to anchor a rotation filled with talented arms. Yet throughout the season, he consistently demonstrated the composure and skill necessary to handle that responsibility. This year, his role becomes even more important because of the current situation surrounding the pitching staff. With Garrett Cole recovering from Tommy John surgery and Carlos Rodon beginning the season on the injured list, Fried now finds himself positioned as the leader of the rotation during the early stretch of the schedule. Both pitchers are expected to return later in the season, but until then the responsibility of setting the tone every fifth day falls largely on Fried's shoulders. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers are swirling in the baseball world after what many are calling the most jaw-dropping home run in recent memory at the World Baseball Classic. Fans are still buzzing, debates are heating up, and social media is ablaze as the iconic clash between the Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies continues to dominate conversation. Eyewitnesses say the shot was so absurd, so utterly impossible, that some are questioning physics itself. Some claim the ball cleared the stadium with what seemed like supernatural ease, while others insist it twisted mid-flight, evading every law of trajectory baseball analysts thought they knew. What makes this homer even more astonishing is that it came at a moment when both teams were trading tension and strategy like heavyweight fighters circling in the ring. The Yankees, known for their disciplined power hitters, were facing a Phillies pitching staff that has been quietly redefining dominance. In the midst of this high-stakes duel, One swing changed the narrative, sparking chants, cheers, and incredulous laughter from fans in every corner of the stadium. Social media clips have been shared hundreds of thousands of times, each replay adding new theories. Did the wind angle play a hidden role? Was it sheer brute strength, or a miraculous combination of timing and luck? Even seasoned commentators are struggling to describe what they witnessed. Some have resorted to comparisons with legendary moments in baseball history, while others caution against hyperbole, insisting that context matters. But fans, passionate as ever, are already crowning this home run as the one that defines the tournament. Threads on forums and live chats are divided. Yankees loyalists argue it was the ultimate display of their team's relentless firepower, while Phillies supporters suggest that the shock of it has overshadowed the true brilliance of their pitching performance. Regardless of which side of the debate you fall on, one thing is certain. This single swing has reignited the age-old argument about the limits of the game. Physics, skill, and sheer spectacle collided, leaving a mark that will be debated long after the last pitch is thrown. For now, fans are left to relive the moment in GIFs, videos, and retellings, each more dramatic than the last. The Yankees and Phillies may continue to battle in the record books, but this home run has already secured its own legendary status in the annals of baseball lore. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.